and I'm hanging outside of the window of this beautiful, beautiful place. Such a nice garden. Whenever I've been on the screen for what I feel like is too long, and normally I can feel it in my body, and like my eyes start to hurt, I might get like a lot of tension in my head, and I might start to just like overthink and just become really anxious. And so normally that means I've gone too far. I've gone past my threshold of being on the screen. So what I started doing was taking like these little short breaks wherever I am. Even it might not even be being on the screen, but if I feel super distracted, dysregulated, anxious, I might just be having a conversation with someone and just out of nowhere just start to feel like really anxious and or whatever, some strange feeling that I can't quite understand why it's happening or where it comes from or where it came from might happen. And so I normally have these little things that I do to kind of bring myself back to a state of normalcy. And so this is me just looking at a garden, looking at just a beautiful garden. There's some coconuts. It's full of green, beautiful, beautiful green things. I don't know if you can see. Coconut trees up there, and it's such a sunny day today. It's honestly like a really, really simple little hack that I found. And then honestly, especially if I'm doing anything on the screen, I feel so much more clarity when I go back and like less stuck and less tension and less anxiousness or whatever it might be. Honestly, it's just nice to have like the sun on my skin and be feeling the environment around me. There's some stuff happening in the background here. And I was actually writing an article about, or just a newsletter, or writing in general. I like writing, and it's something that I haven't been doing quite often. So I've been writing again, and I was writing about this question, like, how are you really? Like, we've all been asked, how are you? It's every day, many times a day, multiple times a day, someone asks, how are you? And I was just reflecting on how much of a default answer I give. Oh, I'm good, everything's all right, everything's wonderful. How it can become so much of a default question to or how I can go on how I can go on autopilot when answering that question. And then I was reflecting on like, how would it feel if, one, I actually checked in with myself about how I actually am. Two, that someone actually had the time, the space, the energy to listen when I share how I am, and to feel like that space was safe enough to really have that conversation. And it might not be that I'm having like a doom and gloom day. I could be so well. I could be feeling so good, so excited, so just pumped up, but still my answer to how are you is such an autopilot answer. And I'm wondering if that happens to anybody else. Like, do you feel like when someone asks you how are you in your day, or just in general, when people ask you how are you, do you feel like you actually answer them? That you give an authentic, honest answer about what's really happening with you? Because I notice that I normally feel embarrassed sometimes about how I am, or I might feel like I don't trust the person enough. I might not really even know to begin with, because I might be quite disconnected from my own body or my own experience. Yeah, so I'm just wondering, do you actually answer the question, how are you? Okay, my screen break is over. Show you guys again the beautiful green stuff. You can take a few moments to look yourself. I think science actually suggests that it's quite nice and nourishing, relaxing, and that there's some actual shifts that happen when we get in nature and just look at green scenery. Okay, friends. Bye.